All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church Congregation. Come on in. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to talk about a tragedy that just happened in Michigan. A Michigan woman by the name of Ruby Garcia was gunned down and body was found on the southbound lanes of US 131 at night some days ago. And I was waiting to get some more information and updated, and I don't know if they have any, but I wanted to do this video because this deals with something that I've done a lot of videos recently on, and it's the crimes being committed by illegal migrants entering illegally into this country, the US of A. And it's happening every day now, more and more, to where now this is just crime being committed in the United States because, excuse me, just time and time again now, every day, every other day, I am seeing crimes being committed by illegal immigrants. And I'm frustrated and I'm flabbergasted and I'm wondering why. This Michigan woman by the name of Ruby Garcia was only 25 years old. She was killed by someone accused of killing her in a drunken carjacking by the name of Brandon Ortiz V, who is also 25. Reports are not putting a connection with them together, so most likely this was just a random vicious attack from some drunk illegal immigrant from Mexico who decided he wanted her car because he was intoxicated. And it's a senseless, brutal, vicious killing and the taking of a life of someone, once again, who was loved and treasured by the people in her community. Her family and her friends adored her and loved her and said so in the reports, and are heartbroken that her life was just taken senselessly like this, that her light was snuffed out, to where her love, her kindness cannot be shared and shined on the ones who loved her the most anymore. And to say that this needs to stop at this point is an understatement. Um, People are going to make very rash decisions in the coming months ahead to deal with this as vigilantes themselves. Is exactly what's going to happen. And I pray that it doesn't, because what is going on is, in my opinion, and what I believe is going on, is that they're letting this happen so much, right? That they want us to scream out for help and they want us to do this. Watch this and pay this a close attention. They want us to go, oh my gosh, what what can you do to stop this? Do whatever you can to stop this. This is what the people in power want us to do. They want us to feel helpless and so unsafe that we give them permission to do whatever it takes. And if we do that, what's going to happen is they're going to come in and they're going to take over. But in the end, Sure, they're going to fix the problem that they themselves caused so that they can come down on you when it's all said and done. Whatever laws they put in place to handle this problem that they caused, they're going to leave in place to hurt you. That's the trick. That's the switch in the bait. They want you to say, do whatever it takes, just make it stop so that they can do what they want to do to you, to us. That's what they want to do. That's why they're letting this go like this. Because they want to do federal policing. They want to put laws in place to where everything is mandatory, and we'll have drones, we'll have federal policing, we'll have more of our privacy invaded. They will be able to strike against those who oppose them, who want to exercise their freedom of speech, their right to bear arms. They will strategize more and more against them. They will write laws to take it all away from you. Your rights will be taken. The Constitution will be abolished. And they're trying to do it through letting the border become so bad of a crisis that we scream out for federal help, which allows them to come in and police state. That's what they want. They want to federally police us. And that's the plan. So if you're not aware of why, this is why. A prime example of that is them putting the National Guard in the subways in New York. That was the test run. That's the tryout. See how much you will put up with. Your purses, now think about this. People bags and purses was being searched, but they wasn't stopping crime. Because there's already been a deadly shooting since the National Guard been there. Somebody has been recently pushed off the subway ledge again to their death, and a police officer has been punched in the face by somebody jumping the turnstile. But when the National Guard was put in place, it was to search people's bags. Because they want you to get comfortable with that. They want you to accept that. They want you to normalize that. The people in New York should be screaming at the top of their lungs to get rid of the National Guard and to fund the police, to get more police on the job. Do not let them handle that on a federal level, because that's what they just did. On a military, on a federal level, that's what they did. And the test run was that, because that searching of your bags and your purses and your briefcases solved nothing. But that wasn't what they were trying to do. They were trying to get you to accept the search in and of itself, because they want to run this down through other states. So they need you to accept it, then they want you to normalize it, and then they will legalize it. It's exactly what they will do. And don't think this is not what they're going to do. In another Democratic state, probably Chicago, they will be attempting to do the same thing. The National Guard will change from National Guard to some type of organization specifically set up to do the same thing that they put the National Guard in. See, the National Guard came in to make you feel comfortable, to get you to accept that type of policing. They will remove the National Guard and say they have something better and give it a name. National Police. U.S. Police. That's what it'll be. It'll be something like U.S. Police. The U.S. Police is coming in this area. The U.S. Police is coming in here in this area. And it'll be an entity that they grooming and training to follow and be dictated by their ideology and their narratives. And so they will police you like that. And they're going to try it in Chicago. They're going to try it in Maryland. All the places where they have strongholds at. That's what they're going to do. So be prepared for it. But this is why we have this young, beautiful woman. She was a cute girl. Ruby Garcia, murdered in Michigan and left on a highway like roadkill. Because they want to scare us into submission to accept a U.S. police force. Not local police, not state police, but federal, U.S. national police force. That's what they want us to do, so that they can search your purses, your briefcases, your bags, and police you more than they are trying to actually police all this illegal immigration, all of these attacks by illegal migrants, all these smash and grabs committed, right? All of these carjackings. If you notice, they bringing in federal governments, right? Federal agents to set up RICOs for state level type crimes like Young Thug, like P. Diddy. Those things could have been investigated by the state first. But if you notice, they automatically going over the state police law enforcement agencies and just going federal right immediately, right? Okay? So let me show you something. Now the state's police are only doing what? They're only responders to crimes. If you notice that all over the U.S., the police law forces, the police, local police have become only responders, not enforcers. They're there to only respond now. That's all they're doing is responding to crimes. They are setting the laws up to where they only are there to respond. And then the federal government comes in and actually prosecutes too. But if you notice, the local police on all levels, except for in a few states, are there only to respond. The crimes that are already committed, instead of being out patrolling. They're no longer patrolling to enforce laws. They're patrolling to respond. They're becoming like first responders, like a fire department or EMS, instead of patrolling to enforce the laws. Pay close attention. Let it all sink in, what I'm saying to you right now. And if you need to, watch this video over again. But listen, on that note, this is Street Church. I'm going to let the congregation out. Listen, don't forget to like, share, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're seeing in your city, your town, your county, your state. And get the views going up. And get you some merch down below. Get you some merch from my merch store. T-shirt, coffee mug. Start your fall collection early by getting you a hoodie. I'm letting the congregation out. This is Street Church. God bless.